Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, and today we're going to be talking about Super Earth a little bit, but also apparently there's a train or some kind of objective coming around it. We're going to go over all the information that we know and some other leaks, but without further ado, let's get into it. So a lot has been going on with Helldivers 2 recently, and the first thing we're going to go over is you might have noticed the other day that the major order completely disappeared. You know, the one where we had to kill a bunch of Terminids and automatons? Well, luckily it has been fixed up. It is now playable, so go ahead, go out there and start eliminating our enemies so we can get this MO complete and we can build the wall around the Meridia black hole. Now, today I want to talk a little bit about two different things. One is going to be the Super Earth train, and we'll go ahead and start there. It was posted on one of the Helldivers League's Discord that there is an objective related to most likely a Super Earth train that no one actually right now really seems to know about. And it was speculated that it might be in the same area as the President's Mansion objectives. There was more info then given about it, saying there are file strings that also mention a Liberation Armada fleet of some sort that's been there for some while, which one, I am totally down for. A Liberation Armada sounds really, really cool. Maybe we have that when we go to Super Earth and it's there to, like, you know, clear it out when we get invaded. Along with that, going back to the Super Train, the original poster said, in regards to the President's Mansion objective, said, could be, but I remember when Iron Sights was talking to me about those some time ago, they seem unfinished because instead of a time limit protecting the President's Mansion had infinite time and the attacks apparently wouldn't stop. In case you guys are a little confused on the President's Mansion, we have covered it a ton on this channel. On Super Earth, there is going to be a President's Mansion that we have to defend against an enemy onslaught, and well, we don't know much more than that, but it is going to be something when that, saga unfolds. Now, the second thing I really wanted to talk today was a post made on the Helldivers League subreddit, and all credit goes to the poster, but they gave us a bunch of inside information on new Liberator assault rifles and the modification system coming to them, and they showed us a ton. The first thing is there are going to be different magazines that you can see here. There's the basic one, a little bit larger of one, and then a drum mag at the very end of that. That is great. I love the idea of being able to carry more ammunition around. Then you need less supply packs. Could be very interesting. Along with that, there are new muzzles that you can see a bunch here. Interestingly enough, there is a suppressor one. I've been really excited about a stealth styled warbond, which may or may not come, but having stealth styled weapons that we could go ahead and use and not alert every single enemy in the area would be a very interesting tactical ability. Along with that, there are sights, and you have your typical iron sights here, and then what looks to be 4 to 8 and maybe even 8 to 10. Again, I don't know how valuable the long scope ones would be on, say, the assault rifle. Maybe it could work. Maybe you could turn it with the single fire and make it somewhat viable, but just having the different customization for sights to go ahead and play in the game would open up our arsenal a lot more. And of course, with all that being said, there are camos for these as well. There's 3 shown right here, one with your typical camo, then a desert camo, and then a white camo. I am really hoping we continue to see weapon skins come into the near future of the game. I think that is something that in terms of progression would be great. Maybe we could finally use requisition slips on this because, man, I'm tired of being at 50,000 and having nothing to spend it on. Now, the poster did give us some information. He said each attachment affects the way the weapon handling feels. They are all being reworked from what I've gathered. However, keep in mind that these could also simply be weapon parts designed for other planned weapons, since a lot of weapons in your arsenal do in fact originate from the base Liberator. Though I do also find it a coincidence that they all seem to perfectly fit the base Liberator. Most of the other weapons in your arsenal too host a couple attachments, but mostly the same sights and munition types, meaning the Liberator might be a test in the first one we see in the game, and maybe we see some other ones later on down the line. He went on to go ahead and talk about munition types. He's already covered most of the features in an older post, but it got DMCA'd, meaning this seems to be something that's actually going on, otherwise Sony wouldn't take it down. However, nothing has changed regarding their stats effects for the time being. I'll leave those alone and possibly feature them in another post around the trigger systems, which are also part of the Weapon Workshop workbench. Unfortunately, I cannot do a showcase of those right now. He's on a business trip, so on and so forth. And as always, and this is very important, remember, this is a leak. It does not show in any way or form the final product of what Arrowhead has planned for the weapons customization feature, which they have initially abandoned, however, have regained interest in as of the Escalation of Freedom update. So that's a lot of cool stuff going on in the world of Helldivers right now. We're going to go ahead and jump into community clips now. Don't forget to submit your own to me at Thornton Smash on Twitter. But without further ado, let's roll it.
Sending in an eagle!
Arriving at coordinates. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
Rock tunnel breach! southwest.
Let me know down below, do you guys like the idea of a super train Earth kind of objective thing? Also, don't forget to check out this video where I cover more Helldivers 2 news on the daily. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep spreading managed democracy.